goes social as Nuggets fans are making their way up. They enjoyed a heck of a second half. The Nuggets were down by 3 at halftime. They outscore the Thunder by 11 in the third, and then they hang on, but they get it done. What a finish, what a game.
Yeah, you hold this team to 38% shooting in the second half is what the Nuggets did defensively. So that was awesome. But this game had all the markers of the things that Game 5 didn't, right? You found players to support Jamal and Joker. You made the plays to get down the stretch that you didn't make in the fourth quarter last couple of games. All the stuff that you need to be able to get to a game like this.
And you needed one other person to be special. Right, we talked about, I think, Andy Lindahl came on our set before the thing. You need 4 guys in and around 20. Well, I don't know if he got 20, but I'm going to tell you what, whatever he got, Julian Strawther got it loudly, and that was big.
That's when the Nuggets made their run in the fourth quarter. He hit threes. He hit a nice bucket layup. He finishes 3 of 4 from the three-point line. A playoff career high, 15 points for Julian Strawther. He's downstairs right now with Arkady Winge.
This game required a different level of urgency with your season on the line. How did your team rise to meet the moment?
I mean, I think we just all came through as a collective. You know, we understood that we had to come together as one. You know, we couldn't do this, you know, one man at a time. We had to come together as a group, and we did that, and we got another chance to win on Sunday.
In the last 2 games, you guys talked about how you didn't like your execution in the fourth quarter and down the stretch. What was different in this game?
I mean, we understood that it was win or go home. I mean, you know, we had no room for error, and it was one that we had to get. So we took initiative and got one down the stretch.
You told me before the game that whatever opportunity you got, you would be ready. That led to a new playoff career high for you, 15 points. What happened for you out there?
I mean, my guys found me in spots. You know, I took shots that I know I could make, and I mean, I understood the assignment. Got to do it again on Sunday.
All right, I want to give you a chance to tell these fans what type of atmosphere they created for you in Ball Arena tonight.
Oh, I mean, it was unbelievable. I feel like, you know, the energy that y'all brought to us, I mean, it showed on the floor, and you know, we have another chance in life.
Congrats on the win, Julian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give it up.
Man, I am so happy for that kid. Little to no playoff experience, right? He's just seen pockets of playing time in the postseason, and he comes in tonight in a game where they desperately had to have some bench scoring and plays the game of his NBA life.
But let me say this. Did you not think in game 5 in Oklahoma City, I thought he came in and brought a little life and a little energy.
Hit a 3 and, you know, played with energy, yeah.
Yeah, and I said this on our radio show today or yesterday. I still have hope. Even after game 5, I said, Strawther looks to me like the guy that next year.
Yep.
Right? I mean, he's got to stay healthy. Two years in a row, rookie year and this year, misses 5-6 weeks of the season with an injury. Kind of, and both times at time when all of a sudden you're getting playing time and then it goes away.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's got some electricity to his game. When he learns to do the little SGA, create the contact, and then come back and make the shot, he's going to explode. And he exploded tonight when the Nuggets needed him most.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you know, kudos to him. You know, it's not easy to, because he was making strides earlier in the season before he was injured. Missed all that time.
Like 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Came back and was no longer really a part of the rotation. So how do you stay ready? How do you, you know, he talked a little bit about people supporting him and making sure he stayed positive. Not only did he stay positive, he stayed ready. And this was just huge. You know, the Nuggets really are consistent performances from their young players away from, you know, I said this prior to the season.
Oh, yeah.
Well
from
said.
being legit NBA title contenders.
Well said.
And this guy shows you why.
It's time to see who's all in, brought to you by Ball Corporation, aluminum all in. It was that move late in the third quarter. The Nuggets go on a 17-6 run late in the third, and that guy right there was a big reason why. He scored 8 points in a span of 3 minutes.
And he's going to have another 4 or 5 points next year in that same situation when he learns to take the contact and score. But when he hit that first 3, they needed it at that time, and then he didn't hesitate, man. I mean, boom, boom, get it to him. That play at the shot clock buzzer was heads up. Heads up play that he made right there.
Made his free throws, too.
He made 2 free throws.
Yeah, he did. I just think Scott made a great point. I think today's game had its foundation in the previous game. And, when you can come out, play with confidence, he didn't score all the points the last game. He didn't need to. But what he showed you was he's not scared of the moment. He's not scared of the stage. Played at Gonzaga. They played on these kind of stages a lot. And so that's your foundation game. Now you come back into this one. Shots start falling. You're on the court a little bit more. David Adelman puts you on the court because he trusts you a whole lot more. All of the things came together for him, and he delivered.
And another foundational thing, you talk about how he played better in Game 5, showed some energy. David talked about it in the pregame presser. I should have taken Jamal out in that fourth quarter, got him some rest early in the fourth quarter. Well, this guy was playing so well, Jamal got to take 3-4 minutes. Yeah. They didn't come out and get a lot of shots late, but that's big if they would have needed that two-man.
David, I'll start with Julian. The run at the end of the third quarter, obviously huge in terms of getting you guys some separation. How important was it to have someone kind of lower down on the bench, I guess, step up in those moments?
Yeah, and I think Julian's going to get credit for scoring 15 points. I thought he held water defensively, too. That was a big deal. You want to keep an offensive player out there, but they have to be able to handle their own on the other end. We didn't have to change schematically, defensively, because he sat down, moved his feet, and guarded. And then, obviously, him being able to stay out there because of that, 15 points in 19 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's funny thinking about Game 5 and Game 4. Game 4, their role players make threes. Game 5, Dort makes threes. Tonight, we had a guy step up, make some shots, and then our main people were so complimentary. And obviously, in the fourth quarter, to win that quarter after what's happened the last two games says a lot about our guys and the fact that they can bounce back from anything. And I keep saying that. So, I don't know. We just keep finding a way. We'll go play another Game 7.
Coach, another game where you have an 8-point lead going to the fourth quarter, and this time, and you talked pregame about getting time to rest Jamal, and you did rest Jokic as opposed to last game. Can you just take us through the thought process of why you sort of changed things up and how that worked for you?
Well, it's going to be one or the other. Like I said, last game I kind of kicked myself for not taking one of them out, and Nikola seemed body language-wise like he wanted to sit for a second. The beautiful thing was I had 4 timeouts again. I know it didn't work out last game, but that does let you control your substitutions. And those guys held water, to start that quarter. So this was an incredible team win. Small thing, I know Michael's been struggling. Mike made it 2 early threes. It kind of loosens up the floor a little bit. It allows you to play in space much easier for Jamal and Nikola. And then obviously Julian in the second half. So you had 2 guys make impactful threes where you're allowed to play the way we want to play offensively. And outside of the end where we turned it over, I thought we took care of it pretty well throughout.
What did you see from your guys, backs against the wall, facing elimination, 2 heartbreaking losses to be able to come out and get a pretty dominant win today and force a Game 7?
Same thing I always see. Those losses were tough, but, it was 3-2. The series is still here. I've said this, I know it's cliche, but every game is its own chapter. It's its own thing. It's its own entity. And different people are going to step up, just like for them. They've had people step up in Game 4 and 5. And tonight we had that team that did it. And now you put yourself in a situation where, hey, let's go see what happens on Sunday. And I know I got a group of guys in there that have been in a lot of Game 7s, seen a lot of things. So we're excited for the opportunity.
Coach, over here, resilience.